Good morning, good evening for the ones who are joining us from other areas, from other time zones. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session. I'm Clifton, and I'm joined by my colleagues Frederick and Gert, and together we're the Belgian Power Apps and Flow user group. We started this group in 2018, and we have grown to approximately 250 plus members. Our main goal is promoting the adoption of the Microsoft Power Platform. We are focused on the non-BI components of the Microsoft Power Platform and their interaction with the surrounding ecosystem. We organize events throughout the whole year. Sometimes we do it alone, and sometimes we work closely with other user groups and associations. You can find us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. If you'd like to know more about us, please feel free to take a look on our website. Today, we are joined by two amazing people. Why do I say that they are quite amazing? Actually, they were cited by Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, at this year's Inspire 2020 for those who followed Inspire this year. So without much further ado, let's introduce you to Foyin and David. And yeah, you can take over and show what you got in store for us today. Go ahead, guys.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but we couldn't hear you. Now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so Foyin, can you talk now?
Yes, I can. Sorry, my mic was on mute. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, we David and I chose this topic, building transformational communities, because we saw the growth, the rate at which our community grew in the past 9 to 10 months has been an amazing one. And we felt that we would like to share our story and also some of our secret tips as to like why we grew so quickly and what was behind our success story. Now we all know that like in Africa we have Nigeria particularly, we have a lot of challenges, right? It's not so easy here. A lot of people leave school, like graduate from the university, get their first degree, and they don't know what to do next because out of 10 people, say 8 of them will probably not get jobs after they finish school. So I faced with a lot of these real life situations, and they start to wonder, okay, what do I do next? So you see a first class student becoming a teacher. There's nothing wrong in being a teacher, but when you studied geology or you studied biochemistry or you studied computer science, you did it because you wanted to continue in that path. But because of circumstances beyond your control, you have decided to settle for basically anything. We have some of them that would literally become hairdressers, like people making hair. Well, that may be okay in the Europe, but here they don't get paid so well for the number of hours that they spend making your hair. Those are the kind of things that we've seen, and we saw that as a problem, which is what we as a community were trying to address. We believe that if people are able to upskill themselves and learn technology, because technology is an enabler, right? If you're able to use the tool, it's not going to be about like you can work from anywhere. You can see a remote opportunity somewhere in the US and you sign up for it, you pass all your interviews because you know how to use the tool, the technology, and you can start to earn a living for yourself. You can also start to build some applications and solve some problems on your dev environment. And when you get called for an interview, you're able to say, these are the things I have done on my own. So that's why one of the things that has been driving us as a community, how to make people more skilled. So, because when you're more skilled, you will naturally earn more. And this would eventually come and like drill down to your family and your homes and everyone around you. Okay, so that's basically an intro. Now, this is me. We are recently awarded the MVP award, much to my excitement, in the month of June. And yes, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, mother of 3 children. I am very passionate about community, supporting people to succeed, making an impact, and also helping women, especially in technology, because technology is what I know, and I am an advocate for helping and supporting women to grow in the tech space. Yeah, David. This is David. David is a friend, a community member, a community leader, and we've also, yeah, he has also become a friend and a brother. David, I would like you to speak and introduce.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So thank you. So I never knew too I was on mute. So thanks. So thank you everybody for inviting us. So I am David Abu, also MCT, and I do more business intelligence and I do community development service just the same way Foyin does, and I also speak at different events. So now for continue with what Foyin has said about what Africa is or Nigeria is that we need to solve a problem. And the major problem in Africa is the low adoption of digital skills. And also, after even they get these skills, how do they get the jobs? And that is it. So there are just two major problems. It's just a big hole that we try as much as possible to fill. And we are doing it in our own best way for the past 10 months to fill it. So now the real thing is, how did we start? How did you start? How did all this started? And that is what we try to tell you our story. And this is how it started. Now, August 2019, we had the first meetup and we call it the Life Lab. What do we mean by Life Lab? We said that, oh, it's a Power BI group. So everybody come along. We're going to give you a data set. We're going to analyze that data and we're going to do it. So this is the first Life Lab or Power BI user group community that we had in Nigeria in August 2019. And if you can see them, they're just not up to 15 people. And you can see me in the middle. I did the first training there. So now that is how it started. And we moved it every month and we do it every month and every month and every month till January this year. And you can see January this year. We went over that same small number to over 80 people as at that period of time who come in for the Live Lab monthly meetup. But let me go back to Foyin. Foyin, your community, how did it start and how did we come in?
All right, thank you. So while David has started out the live lab in August for Power BI, I went for an event in Microsoft Office on Power Apps. This was October last year, 2019. And all of us like Power Apps 101 organized by Microsoft Nigeria. And at that time, I just started to play around with Power Apps. And I was having, like, you know how it is when you're just starting to learn it. So you experience problems and you don't even know, like, you don't know what to search for. So you're having an issue, you don't even know okay, how do I even find the answer? So when we got to that room, I discovered that there were other people like that, other professionals that were having similar experiences. But I had an advantage because I had a friend who is based in the UK who introduced me to Power Apps. So prior to Power Apps, we did InfoPath, SharePoint Designer, and that was how we're automating processes. So he said to me that, oh, there's a new tool from Microsoft called Power Apps. And I said, how do I access it? How do I get the license? What's required? I said, no, once you have Office 365, you actually have access to it already. So then when I run into issues, I would usually have to wait for him to wake up and settle down about 2 p.m. my time or 3 p.m. And of course, because he had a day job, so sometimes he's too busy to answer me. And it was a bit, so when we went for the event, I said that other people were having a similar experience. So that's why I said, okay, let's start up a user group for professionals. Let's support each other. If I've gone through this experience and I know the answer, you don't need to spend so much time looking for the answer also. I would help you and support you since I have the answer. That was how I started out the community. I got people's numbers from the events. I started to invite all the InfoPad people I've known over the years. We've been doing SharePoint and InfoPad together to say, oh, there's a new tool out there and we all need to jump on it because InfoPad is going to die. So the sooner you guys start to love and learn Power Apps, the better. But it's struggle though, because so all of them were in love with InfoPad. I mean, that's what they've been using for over the period of years. So that's basically how we started out the community on WhatsApp and got everybody on board. Then we started to meet on Sunday evenings for show and tell. So a member of the community would show Power App that has been built and explain how he or she had done it to us. So that's how we started, and we just started to grow and grow. And then we started to hit the limits of WhatsApp. So we moved to Kaizela, which is like Microsoft's tool, chat tool. So we said, okay, we'll not do Telegram, we'll do Kaizela. So that was how we all moved on to Kaizela. So the picture here is our first meetup. We had this meetup in November last year. It was the very first meetup. Like I was, I organized everything, and I was so scared. I was like, are people going to come? Like people registered on, on our Dynamics community page, and I wasn't seeing anyone. So I started calling people that morning. Oh, today is the meetup. Are you coming? Are you coming? And I was really thrilled to see over 40 of us in attendance for a first meetup. And then Keith was very supportive because I had no idea how meetups work. What would I say? How was the agenda like? So he actually walked me through. He set out time for me on Teams and showed me how to get started with it and all. And then he also got all the amazing MVPs and power champs we see in the picture to come online for the question and answer. So that was really exciting for us also. So that was how we started. And that was how I also met David. So David came for the meetup, the user meetup, and then so David continues the story.
Okay, thank you, Foyin. So now this is how I met Foyin. Funny enough, it was actually a DM. Donna made a tweet, and she was like, "Oh, there is a Power Apps community starting off in Nigeria," and I was like, "Power Apps? I'm already doing Power BI already. I and David Brown. I have some of my colleagues also, David Brown, Wale. We're already doing it in Nigeria." I was like, "Okay, Power Apps. Since Power Platform is kind of a very big tenant kind of, so it's fine, let us merge." So I came for the program and I saw the power of Power Apps. I was like, wow. Then that was how I fell in love also with Power Apps. I've already been doing Power BI for over 2 years as at that time. So I was like, okay, fine, let me come in. And I and Foyin and some others, and we said, okay, fine, let's do this. Then that is how the power of unity came in. And we merged the Power Apps Nigeria, we made the Power Life Lab Nigeria, we made everything together, and it became the Power Platform Nigeria. So after January, we said, wow, we want to plan for February. February, there will be a global Power Platform bootcamp in February all over the world, and we need to make Nigeria, we need to make a statement. How do we make a statement? And we came in together, we planned over different people who have been using Microsoft from the Office to the Azure. We made everybody and we met everybody. And that is how the power of unity bring us together. And we're able to achieve a whole lot that we never knew we could achieve. And if you can see the pictures here, the pictures is what we used here in the University of Lagos, Nigeria, which we hosted over 250 participants. That was actually the first public attendance that we're going to have when it comes to the Power Platform. We never knew we were going to be much. Sincerely, we never knew, but we needed to. With the power of unity, we brought everybody together and that was how we were able to get it. I want you to watch a video of how the Global Power Platform Bootcamp happened in Lagos, Nigeria. So let's just watch it.
Sorry, David, we can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, sorry. I'm coming. Okay, so that was how we're able to do that conference. And we created a Telegram group and we moved to over 1,000 members from that February with that crowd you saw to from 250 plus to 1,000 as at July 2020. So at the end of it all, when we moved there, then we knew that in Nigeria, I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, we can.
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you
so
fine.
now in Nigeria we have different when we call it regions in Nigeria. We have the south, we have the southwest, we have the north, we have the eastern parts, and we have different places. And we said, okay, fine. How do we make sure that this evangelism or this spread of Microsoft Power Platform can spread across Nigeria? So we needed to move out of the Lagos that is very, very popular to the other parts. And that is why in June, we created the first, out of the Nigerian Power Platform, we created the Oyo user group. The Nigerian Oyo user group, which was created by Adewale Yusuf. He's my colleague and he's a friend. And he created the user group so that we can also bring people from that part of the state in Nigeria down to the Nigerian Power Platform. Because the more we spread out and tell people about it, the better we have more people who understand and who can learn this technology and the power of Power Platform. Then in same that June, I also started for Edo State. Edo State also is another part in Nigeria. We created that also and started that. You can see Vivek there. Vivek was one of our speakers, Foyin, David Brown, and we also were able to do that and bring up people. And sincerely, we'll be having a whole lot of great testimonies, as we can call it, from people who have already been using these tools to work privately. And from there on, Foyin saw a problem, and she was also able to create her own also from all this Nigerian Power Platform. So she's going to come and talk about us too. Foyin.
Okay, so I've been doing community work for say 6 to 7 months, and I discovered something peculiar. Well, peculiar, yes, about all the meetups that we've been having. Most of the speakers have always been men, right? And not because like there's a call for speakers. So we always have an event, we make a call for speakers, and most of the people that respond will be the men. So and myself. So we'll have flyers and you will see 5 men, you will see Foyin there. We would have an ad, a creative, and you will see 3 men, and it will just be Foyin there as the woman. And when we make a nudge to the ladies, like also Samuel in Ghana also has the same experience. You say, come and take 15 minutes They will say, no, 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 we don't want to speak. Just, well, okay, listening. So that was what started out textile as. I felt that the female representation was low. I felt that there were a lot of women that there are a lot of women that are intelligent, that know how to use the power platform tools, but they're just like reserved, or they're not confident enough. They have the imposter syndrome, and they feel, everything. What do I want to say? What if I say something that is wrong and I'm being laughed at? And all those negative thoughts that come to mind. So that's what started out textile as one of the reasons to help women increase their confidence level. So I felt, okay, when we have a meetup and we're all ladies, right? And I say, okay, come and talk to us. We're all ladies here, so it's okay. Carry out your test with us, and even if you fail, it's all right. It's ladies, so that would increase their confidence level. And then when we have the bigger events and we make the call for speakers, they'll be confident enough to say, yes, I want to be a speaker at this meetup. I can relate to it because I also had the same experience. The first time I was called to speak at a meetup was in March of last year, 2019. And I was like, I mean, it was in the core area of technical strength, but I was so nervous. Like, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? I was almost calling back to say, I don't want to do this. I think you should find somebody else. So I can relate to what all of the ladies face. And that was one of the things that started out textilers. Then I also know that there are a lot of women that don't really know what to do next, like I explained previously. Like they're out of school and they don't really know what to do. So we all know that the power platform is an easy entry into technology because it's low code, no code. You don't know how to program, it's fine. You can still create applications, you can still automate processes, you can still create value very quickly. So you can leverage on the power platform. So I wanted to help women that were in that category also. And then another thing I wanted to do was there are a lot of women that are experienced out there. So let's hear their stories. How did you conquer as a woman? Because it's statistics and data has shown that there are a lot of women, like if 10 women come into an organization at entry level, in another 10, 15, 20 years time, those 10 will not be in the career line again. A lot of them will have dropped off for so many reasons. So the women who have thrived and stayed, like Shirley has stayed 25 years in the tech career, and she's still doing CRM and on top of her game. We want to hear how did you do it? And she has 4 kids. She's going to speak to us next month on Textile. And she has 4 children and she's a single mom. And she has survived 25 years as a tech career and she's doing well. So when women hear those type of stories, they know that you can do this. You can be a wife, you can be a mother, you can be everything you need to be and still survive as a woman in the core tech world. So yeah, so that's really what Textilers has been about. And we started out in May, and I think we have about 300 women now active on the community, learning the tools, as well as coming to do the demos to us. We're familiar with some of them, the Power Addicts, all the women there. April was in our last session. They're all so excited to help and support the younger ladies to have a career in technology. So that's what Textilers is about. So all of the ladies in the Belgium group are also invited. I'll be very happy to have a couple of them as speakers for our upcoming meetup also to share their wonderful experiences and how they've also thrived in the tech world as a woman. Okay. Now, what's our secrets? The slide is loading. Yes, our success tips. How have we been able to grow within less than a year? This is like 8 to 10 months from a user group of 2 and 15 and even up to now over 1,000. The first thing that has helped us succeed is our desire to share knowledge. We've come across a tool. The tool has transformed us. one of the reasons I'm so passionate about the Power Platform is because I've literally seen what it has done in my career. When I started on my career, I was a support engineer. It's like supporting, I was brought in to Sterling Bank to support the SharePoint intranet. So I was a support engineer resolving issues and all that. And I've been able to gradually grow from that space into a thought leader where I'm able to see problems and I'm able to provide solutions to them, where I'm able to sit in strategic meetings, especially now around the whole remote work thing that is going on now. And I'm able to put in my quota based on my knowledge of automation and building applications and able to support the enterprise. So it has literally moved me from just being a support engineer into a digital transformation officer. So I've seen that happen to me, and it happened because I was able to learn the tool and because I was able to upskill myself. So now it's not just about upskilling yourself alone, which is the mindset that every community member have, all of us have. It's about, okay, I've done this for myself. I want to share this knowledge with other people. I want people to know also how to use this tool so that they can also experience this transformation I've experienced in my life. And that's where the desire to make impact has come in. So we're all desiring to make impacts, right? We don't just want our lives to be transformed and want to have pay rise and better jobs, but also thinking of the next person. How do I help this person? This person, I don't have a clue of what to do. How do I support this person? How do I make a positive impact in the life of this young generation that is coming up? So that has also helped us a lot and has been one of our driving forces as the community. Yes, another very big and massive one, like David said, is the unity. Unity has helped us a lot, right? So like coming together, as Keith would say, giving the Power BI user group a big hug is one of the things that has helped us to grow together and has enabled our growth to become exponential. Because I'm not seeing ourselves as two different user groups, but we're seeing ourselves as one. So whether you are leading a group in Abuja State or in Oyo State or in Edo State or here in Lagos State, or you are leading a user group in different universities, we are not seeing ourselves as completely separate, but we're all coming together. And the unity has really brought growth and it has even given us the ability to make a larger impact. So that's one of the things that has helped us as a community. Yes, and the leadership. So when I started out the Power Automate group, I knew that I couldn't do this alone. And that was one of the things um, that the Dynamics community lady told me. I think her name is Rosemary. She said to me, "You can't lead alone. You need to have other people to lead along with you." So I was able to identify passionate people like David on the call, Ibrahim, Kola, Abigail. I saw that they were passionate about making impact, making a difference, and they were ready to volunteer to make the user group a success. So I said, okay, let's come together and let's lead the user group together. Also, along with all the leaders in the Power BI community. So we all came together as leaders, and so it's not just about this is Foyin's responsibility. Oh, Foyin is the user group lead, so she has to carry 100% responsibility to make all the events work and get all the people and do all the ads and all the social media and all the content that will be shared. No, that wasn't it. Now it was about we are all doing this together. What is your role to make this a success? So we have a social media manager, and her role is to ensure our ads go out on time. She does the tweets on Instagram, on all of our channels, Telegram, everywhere. She's active on it. She jumps on every new thing and does the post. So she keeps us active on social media. We have someone that is in charge of all our creatives. Whenever I want to have an event, he knows that that's his responsibility and he needs to get it out on time. So he does that for us. We have someone in charge of our content. So we have like now we have content ready for the next 8 weeks. So we meet every Saturday 6 to 7. So there's someone in charge of that, ensuring that these are the topics to be taught. This is the person that is going to take that topic, sending reminders to the person. Yeah, don't forget you are taking it. You're running the user group session on Saturday. Make sure you get ready for it. So we have someone in charge of that. We have someone in charge of our YouTube channel. So his role is he gets to the call on time, starts the recording, and once the recording is done, he downloads, does all the edits, and uploads to the YouTube channel, shares it with the social media manager who pushes it out on all the channels. So we've been able to establish that type of leadership. And then when we were still having physical meetups, we had people in charge of logistics. So you need to get us a space, whatever we need there, a projector, a whiteboard, all of that is your headache. And an alternative source of power, everything is your headache and you need to get it done. So we have people going to the venue before the event, making sure everything is working. Oh, before we don't have a projector, can you help us get one? It's their responsibility. So that has really helped us and it has made the user group a success because one person is not overloaded with the burden, but it's shared across. And everyone, we all have a common goal that we want to make this work. And that's where commitment comes in. So we are all said, yes, I want to be a leader. This is my role, and I'm going to be committed. I've had situations where I needed to run to the grocery store urgently, and I needed to be back in time for the user group session. So I've had times where I had to join the session from the kitchen. So I would turn on my phone, I'll turn on Microsoft Teams on my mobile, welcome everyone to the session, put the phone on speaker, and I'm making dinner. And I know that all the leaders have had so many experiences like that. We've had our social media manager, Abigail, on the hospital bed, sending out tweets for our meetup. And she didn't say she was in the hospital. She just pushed out. And after the event, that's when I get to know that she's actually sick in the hospital, but she sent out those tweets and ensured that the publicity was done before the event. So commitment is something else that has helped us. We've seen it like our job, like this. I'm being paid to do this, and every one of us, even our community members also, they are committed. I mean, we took a break last week Saturday, and we forgot to inform our users, and we had people asking us, "Are we not meeting today? I've been waiting on the call." So the users are also committed to coming into the call to join because they see value from it. They see the content as very useful, and they're always happy to come on all our sessions that we have. So this is really our secret and what has made us grow so quickly in the last 10 months. So yes, our love for the Power Platform, the community. The first time, the tweets that David mentioned by Donna was first time I was introduced to the community. And I just met, I was trying to learn Power Apps in my organization. I'm trying to understand what it does. I was introduced to Donna, and I mean, the next thing I saw my name all over Twitter. And everyone was just, oh, you're welcome to the community, and oh, we will love you. Anything you need help with, this person is in your region, reach out to her. I'm in the UK, boss me if you need anything. When I went on Twitter, I almost lost a heartbeat. I was like, what's going on? So the love was amazing from the community, the Power Addicts, the Power Charms. Everyone was so warm. So that's one of the things that makes the Power Platform so different and that makes us love it so much is the community. Also, because we see the Power Platform as not just another technical tool, but agent of transformation. Like I explained the transformation I as a person experienced where I work, not being seen just as a support engineer, but someone that brings value to the table, someone that solves problem, someone that is. I've moved to a digital transformation officer, where I'm now having conversations about how can we automate these things? What strategy can we use? And I'm helping to solve problems and to create value. So that's how we all see the Power Platform as a agent of transformation. And also for those that are not even employed, we see it as an agent of transformation because they can sit with their laptops, create their dev environment, and they're able to learn to create apps on their own to automate processes. They can do projects and do different exciting things very quickly with no programming language. I mean, for us in Sterling, 80 to 90% of the students that come to the Citizen Developer Academy are from non-tech roles, and they're able to create their applications on their own, automate their processes, and solve their own problems within their functional space. Also, yes, I've mentioned that. So it enables employees to become more productive and solve real life problems. So you're not just there because you are in finance and you're waiting for somebody in technology to help you solve your problem. With the Power Platform, you can go on into the app, create an application, automate a process, build your dashboard, create a bot to solve your own problem in your functional space. So that makes you more valuable to your organization. And as an unemployed person, you're learning a tool that can make you self-sufficient. So you can sit here, apply for a role anywhere in the world, and you are able to deliver because you've learned the tool and you are able to help them solve a problem. So that's why we love the Power Platform so much, and we decided that we're going to remain power addicts, like addicted to the Power Platform. Thank you. So I don't know
Thank
if
you.
John.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so that was quite nice to hear your story. Okay, so of course we also saw the story on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and as you said, you saw it all over the internet. But it's just nice to hear it straight from you. Actually, I have to say I'm a little bit jealous about your user group because you've been busy like what 10 months or so, and you're already above 1,000 people, 1,000 members. We've been busy since October, the 2018 October, and we're still just around like 200 members. So actually, I'm kind of jealous. But maybe I should take a look at your strategy and try that strategy a little bit. Uh, but actually, no, it was nice to hear from you. The question is if there are any questions of our audience members. No questions. Niels, not a question. I see Elizabeth has also joined. I see Fernando has joined. No questions from you guys? It seems not. They're not responding, so I believe. Okay, I see Elizabeth has something to say. Yes, Elizabeth, go ahead. Not? Okay. Okay. I see. Let's see if no. Okay. Yeah, I see. Neil says it was inspirational. Thank you. Um, okay. No, I think that was no, but it was nice. It was nice. It was really nice to hear your side of the story. Um, let's see. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. If there are no questions anymore, maybe you want to end this with a high note. I don't know. Maybe David wants to say something, or Virginia, maybe you want to end on a high note. I don't know. I leave it all up to you guys.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you inviting us, and we can always come in anytime you invite us. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our story to you and our strategy. And we are planning to get into 10,000 by next year because that is what we are really planning to. We are trying as possible to make sure that, because that is only our hope, as Foyin has said, IT is our hope when it comes to Africa. We really don't have much jobs as much as like that because I don't know, kind of Africa, you understand the whole story too. So, but we know that IT for me is a personal story. 2 years before I was tweeting today, I said 2 years before now, I am just a guy who needs to survive on a job. But 2 years after, this is me giving giving talk to an international audience, and that is what Power Platform has given us. Even with the work that we have put in, and even Foyin was able to say from support engineer down to the digital role that she has now. That is the hope that we have, and that is what we're trying as possible to make sure that every other person is able to learn Power Platform and build from there, either in Africa or in Europe, or you have different clients everywhere. But you can be in Africa and get all those things done, and you can still do well for yourself and say your story. I was happy when I saw Foyin and all our videos on Microsoft this month. I was very, very happy. It shows that anywhere you are, your story can get out there. The real thing is if you can put in the commitment, you can put in the leadership, you can put in the work. If you can put in the work, every other thing will fall in place. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for being part of this amazing session. Yes, I think this will be it for now. I still have one little slide left. I
Okay.
will share my presentation. If you give me 1 second, let's see if it works like this. 1 second. Yeah, this should do it. Let's see. I can't see it yet. I can't see it yet on my screen. 1 second. This should be it. Yeah, so can everyone can see my screen, I hope? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then. Okay, so thank you once again, Foyin and David, for being part of this session. This was a very great session. It can be stressed enough. What I would like to say, the next time our next event will be on the 13th of August. But before I go there, I need to say that this session will be recorded. So if you miss this session, don't worry, it will be available on our resource channels. So our next session will be on the 13th of August at the same time, 14 GMT. And this will be a session by Paul Matter, who's a Microsoft Project MVP. And he will be talking about the new Microsoft project for the web. For those who don't know this, Microsoft Project for the web is actually it's like a new project built on top of the Power Platform, and it combines the best of three worlds. So it combines the robustness of the Power Platform, the flexibility of Microsoft Planner, and also the rich feature set of Microsoft Project. But you go ahead and you register. The registration link is now available on our website. For now, I would say to everyone who joined us, I would say thank you for joining. And to our amazing presenters, I would say once again, thank you for making this happen. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. And I would say until the next time. Bye bye.